Hello everybody, this is Nerdy Geeky, and as you can see, I'm actually finally on No Man's Sky, and that is because my computer was ancient, apparently, and I had to throw away my crank and actually get some new gear. So I managed to get myself, I got myself a new motherboard to use the new processor that I bought, and I've got a new graphics card. I needed these anyway, so I've effectively built my own computer for it was about £280 I spent, so it's not all super top end stuff or anything like that, but it runs this absolutely fine, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I played for about 12 hours, and I didn't get a chance to record, so I'm going to catch you all up, and you've all seen the start to this already, most likely. If you're on this channel, it means that somehow you've gotten lost on YouTube and you didn't know what else to watch. So I'm sure that you know how No Man's Sky starts, but if you don't, then it starts by you're on a planet and your ship has crashed, so you have to fix it, and you have to gather resources and mine resources to fix it, and you have to then upgrade your items and your exosuit and your ship eventually, so you can carry more resources, so you can mine more resources, so you can carry more resources, so you can mine more resources, and so on and so forth. And also, although that sounds kind of aimless, I'm really big into exploration games. So let's explore this. I've got some emeralds to sell because I've been given a system. I'm still in my first system, but I'm not on my first planet. I'm actually on the third planet I've been on this system, so let's just sell. As you can see, it's a little warm in this system. Sell items from my inventories. So, I'm terrible, by the way, at this. I always press the wrong thing. Exosuit, right, I can get rid of all the titanium because I've got a load of that. That's just in the way. The only issue I have, really, is you have to press and hold any button to use it. Okay, so let's go to my starship, and it's kind of irritating. And after a while, it really irritates you. Emerald, I've got 439,000 units worth. So as you can see, I've got over 1 million units now. I actually had 2.5 million, but I spent 1.6 million on my ship. So, and just to catch you up, so I've got 25 slots now. I can't remember how many you start with now, I apologise. I think you start with like 12 or 14 or something like that. Anyway, maybe 16. Yeah. So, and I've given myself a better jetpack, and I've got a better life support system. So, if I go to my starship, boom, there she is, she's a beaut. So, I bought a freighter because I'm more into the exploration and the gathering of materials. So, and I got a nice lot of slots there. I got an extra a warp reactor, which increases my hyperdrive. And I got some extra stuff. You can pause and read those if you want to, but you probably know what all this sort of stuff does by now. If you've not played the game and you're watching this to try and play the game, by the way, that's my ship. She is gorgeous. I absolutely love that ship. It's one of my favourite designs so far, actually. There are a few different design ships and different things. Let's check all this. Gek Charm. Health should be at maximum anyway. I still do not have a thing to make an Atlas pass. Isotope, oh, it's power canister. I'll keep that on me. I've just see. Oh, actually, that's perfect. Let's go show you a couple of other ships. Let's sell this Gek Charm first. It's a little slow on loading things up like this. I understand. I think that's kind of realistic, I guess. I would like it to be a little faster after you've seen it a few times. Like you do sort of click it, like, oh, it's a new game. It's going to have these things. I think this looks really cool. It's like a little bug. You can interact with these. I'm doing this just in case you've not played this and you're watching Let's Plays, because the game is £40. I think in America it's like $60. So as you can see, which is expensive for an indie game. So as you can see, I don't know everything that he's saying. You've got to learn words to try and be able to communicate, but you can make offers on their ships. And oh wow, his is 3 million. Look at all those slots, 26 slots. I actually have 24 on mine, so this really isn't. You can compare without buying anyway. So it's really, I mean, all these upgrades are fantastic, but slot-wise, nah, it's not worth. It's certainly not worth 3 million that I don't have anyway. So I'll decline that. This guy's ship is pretty cool looking. Brigadier. So let's have a look. Ooh. So again, I don't know everything he's saying. Let's make an offer on a ship. You can buy stuff from them as well. And they do buy and sell. Ooh, 27 slots. It's a very efficiently kept one as well. 3.6 million. I think it's because I upgraded mine to like that one, which cost me 1.6 million. That now I'm seeing, you know, way more expensive ones. So I'm just going to run back to my ship because let's do some exploring of this planet. I'm going to go back to the planet I started on anyway. But I've been quite blessed with the fact that this planet I started on had just so much gold on it, and this one's got literally mountainsides of emerald. Amazing. So we're going to mine. Love this ship. Let's just add some plutonium to that. It's not a huge amount of plutonium because it goes down very quickly. That's the only thing about this, I would say. Your plutonium does get used very quickly. So I just go around with tons of it. I mean, you can just cancel it and delete it off anyway if you don't need it. But plutonium is really good for charging your multi-tool because you don't need a lot of it to boot it up to full. Now, like I said, I've only played this for 12 hours, so I'm still quite new on it. Really, to be honest with you, Let's have a look at that plaque. Now, this is what I like. I like the exploration side and finding like old ruins and stuff like that. Yeah, it's procedurally generated. It's a little samey. It's a little samey each time. So you press E to land, and once you press E, you're pretty much going to land then. And it takes 25% of your thrusters to take off. So don't do what I do. Don't think that you can pilot around with your, because I have Q, W, and E to move around. See, that's like emerald right there. That's a lot of emerald. You know, you got all these things. You press F to scan. I've already scanned that before. You know, stuff like that, and then you send them off through here. You like upload them, I suppose, to like a galactic database. You know, a lot of people are quite down on the game because it's a lot of the same sort of stuff. I kind of expected that, but I'm okay with it. I'm enjoying it. It's one of those games that you could just relax for a couple hours, or maybe half a day, or a couple of days. But it's interesting. But you're not going to be in epic space battles. You're not going to make fleets. And even though it's technically an MMO, it's a single-player game at the same time. So we're going to seek out language. We're just going to learn a few words. Now, the system I'm in is clearly a Vy'Keen system. So I'm trying to learn as much of their language as possible. You get a few puzzles and stuff like that, which I've landed at a little plinth. So I've upgraded my jetpack, so I've got a little bit further on my jetpack. So I guess I've sort of cut out all the boring grindy bits that I've been doing. So we're going to go look. See, launch list is 75% now, and that's just from launching once. So launching from a pad where I was, that doesn't cost anything to launch. Let's get there quickly, shall we? Now, the one thing I can say about this is I actually really like the music. The music's kind of, it's I don't know, it's this exploration music, it's kind of this melancholic sort of sound in the background because it's obviously not a huge pink. Oh, still titanium oxide. That's kind of disappointing. I thought being pink it might be like some rare metal, because usually they're green, the ones I found. So I'll get some plutonium. Save it. That's nothing found in that one. Cheap. I mean, so far, like I said, I'm really enjoying it. I burned it for 12 hours yesterday because I'm fine. So what I've done now is, now I've got that, you just press escape, and there we go. I don't know why it's there, but you pressed E to upload it. You can press W and you can rename. You can rename all of the stuff that you find. By the way, my name on this is Jana. If you do see that name pop up anywhere, then I will probably be around because I haven't left my system yet. But obviously in the future, you may see that. Always worth having a look around, see what you can find. See, that's, you know, it sells for like, if I'm right, like 25, 30 grand. There's a lot of inventory management on this. Oh, 13, sorry, it's not. I mean, it's not bad. So, yeah, there's a lot of inventory management on this. And if you like that, I mean, the best way I can put this is the exploration of Skyrim mixed with Minecraft in space. that is the way that I would say that this is what it is. It's mostly resource gathering. Obviously, you can't build things on it, but you do get like a better ship, and then you do more it's pure exploration. You can buy fighters, and you can take down ships in space and stuff. And that's not bad either. You know, it's not a bad shout to do that either. See that question mark? I have no idea what it is, but that's the kind of thing that I like on these games. There's nowhere safe to land, so let's just land here. You know, I like just randomly coming across settlements. At the moment, all the settlements kind of look the same. I'm sure that will be changed when they add more skins and more stuff into the procedural generation of this. Right. How long is it going to take me to get there? 15 seconds. So later on, now I've done the introduction, if you see this video turn kind of choppy, don't worry. There's a lot of moving around, there's a lot of scanning and looking, and there's a lot of mining. So I'll probably cut a lot of that out because it's boring to watch. You don't used to watch all of that, and just like keep the good bits in, basically, because that's what you want to watch. You want to watch all the fun bits. But I mean, the planet looks amazing. Really, really nice. I heard that there's a mod that's just come out that gets rid of all this haze and all this colour. This I can't remember. I always call it Vy'Keen, but I don't know if that's. I think it's I don't know. I know that sounds dumb, but I've never heard it pronounced in real life before. So and it just makes all these planets so beautiful, and you get these rolling landscapes, and they really do look alien. I know a lot of people are a bit bummed out because a lot of the worlds kind of look the same. I mean, this kind of looks the same as my first planet. There's just less life on it. There's still 2 things I need to find on my first planet, because on your first planet it gives you a certain amount of things you need to find, and then you get a certain amount of credits. And I think it equals out to be about 25,000 per item that you need to find, but you only get them all once you've found them all. And I've got 2 left to find. You do get credits for uploading stuff and finding sites like I've just found that one, so let's upload it, see how much I get for it. Boom. And I've just got, see, I got 1,000 units for finding that, and you can find them every, 20-30 seconds. It's really not hard. But I like the fact that as well, you don't have to buy a ship if you don't want to. Like, you can just go around buying crash ships, fix them, and then you just go find another one and fix that, and so on and so forth. And that's fine. Like, if you want to spend the time doing that, that's it's a good plan. I got a bit impatient. I wanted the extra slots, and I like the fact that there was an upgrade to the hyperdrive. This is a installation. Oh yeah, okay, the installations look very similar to each other, if not the same, so on and so forth. I'm sure you've heard it all before. You've heard all the negatives about this, and I'm not saying that they're not. I'm going to carry on further because that looks like a drop pod. It is a drop pod. These drop pods are amazing. They update your exosuit normally. And there's a couple of mounds of emerald. So I'll get all the money back and more for what I'm about to spend in the drop pod. Now, your first drop pod will be free, and after that you'll buy 10,000 credits. And that sounds a lot when you start, but it's not. It's not. You get credits real easy. So let's save it. Let's get whatever the hell's in here. So I don't know how long these Let's Plays are going to be, but I'm going to try and make them back to 25 minutes each. But what I might do is record a few episodes at a time and then upload them either a day apart or something like that. So you might be seeing, regular uploads from me. I really want to do some Let's Plays on this because I think this one's really interesting. So what have we got in here? Where's the damn door? There it is. So that looks like an exosuit upgrade. So that's obviously your backpack. I've got an extra slot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 20 slots. I thought I had 25 for some unknown reason. Learn to count. So now I've got 21 slots. Fantastic. Obviously, the more slots you have, the more resources you can hold. And therefore, the more resources you can mine. So there was a settlement behind me. Oh, I tell you what, actually. Oh yeah, the emerald. It's emerald everywhere, but I also need plutonium because I'm starting to run out. just fantastic landing there. Just crashed the nose of my ship into the side of a mountain. We'll just leave that there. See, go to Starship. Oh, you see, look, my thrusters just completely. You know, I mean, they're not as bad as my old thrusters. They seem to you know, my old thrusters, like a stack of plutonium is like a stack of plutonium would be like the whole thruster. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Getting emerald. So if you've never done mining, obviously, on this, or if you've never played it, or if you have done mining, you find yourself shooting the ground like here and going, oh, I'm not getting anything, this is weird. I mean, you might get the odd thing, I think, but if you press C and scan, anything in the square boxes you'll get, and like all this down here is not in the square boxes, so I found that you just don't get anything from them, so there's no point in wasting your power. So, I'm going to get some emerald. How much emerald did I get? Come on, click. See, it's not super, it's a bit clunky. I got a lot of emerald, so that's nearly 750, so I'll be able to sell that. This is where I wanted to go. That looks like gold. Well, it doesn't look like gold, but it looks like gold. You can find gold the same way I found the emerald there. That looks like plutonium. Yeah, look at that. That's a beast of a crystal. You know, you need these to power your engines, so you just really need to stay top of the plutonium. Like I said, mine it. It's really easy. If you need the space or whatever, just delete it. I've already. There's not much on this planet, but I'm gonna go in space soon. If you never watched my Minecraft Let's Plays, you may not know this, but I do like to do a time lapse and then put some silly music over it, because it's fun. And you don't need to watch me grind out those. Look at all those. See, press C again. Boom. Right, got some good plutonium now. I'm going to send that back to the ship. Your ship can hold twice as much in a stack, like about 500, whereas your suit holds about 250 each, I think. Yeah, 250 each. So I'm just having a look. Oh, I have got another stack of plutonium anyway, so I'm going to send that back to the ship. Oh, I have started a second stack. Okay. That's fine, just means I can get more if need be. It's crashed. Ah, there we go. Little little glitch there. It's a bit buggy, it's a bit glitchy. I know some people are having some major crashing issues as well. Like, that obviously needs to be fixed. It's not great. I'll be honest with you, the release of this was just poor anyway. Not just the fact that the minimum requirements, I've said this in a previous video, the minimum requirements that they released were just absolute horse rubbish. They just... And it's a PS4 a PS4 game that's ported onto the PC. It's like, you can't do that. You know, it's not been optimised for the PC at all. I mean, I needed an upgrade to my computer. This was a kick on the backside to upgrade my computer, but you know, it shouldn't have been necessary because I had the minimum requirements. Apparently, I've travelled 50,000 U's. Whatever the U's are, I have no idea. I assume that that's meters, but I honestly don't know. Right, I've got a horrendous amount of plutonium now, so I shouldn't have any issues because, like I said, plutonium is way better than carbon. See how much carbon I use there? You use nothing of plutonium. I mean, I've got far too much plutonium, really. Send some back to the ship. That'll be gone in no time. As soon as I launch, that'll be gone. That's fine, I'll keep it on me. Just means I don't have to do it again while we're recording.
Life support power low.
So let's get back to the ship. I feel like 25-minute episodes are just not long enough, really. If you've also watched my other Let's Plays, you will also know that I get lost really easily. I'm going down further into the cave here, aren't I? Where's my ship? My ship's that way. I could probably just dig through the ground. I'm pretty sure everything's destructible. Well, that just blew that myth right out of the water. Look, let's get out of here. So I'm out. Oh, look at all this. I'll take the gold. I'm terrible because after playing Minecraft, where you basically take any resource you find. I'm terrible at just taking this stuff, and I'll delete it later. But I've got to take it. I've got to. It's just the thing that I have to do. Look. I like the fact that I've got you know, extended flight on my jetpack now. It really does help because first world I went on. I'm going to go there now. I'll tell you what. Let's go into space. Oh, I forgot about the emerald. So I mean, that's in essence this whole game. That's in essence of what this is. You know, you mine for resources, and the whole objective really is to get better standing with any races, get better tech and better gear and stuff like that. And then you've got to try and make it to the centre of the galaxy. I have no idea what's there. I'm not reading up on it. I want it to be a complete surprise. I want to work to get there. Please, in the comments, if you do comment, don't spoil the game for anyone. Don't just blurt out what might be in the centre of the galaxy. You know, that's pretty much the only objective in this game. Please don't spoil the ending for people. It's really not cool. It's, you know, no one's going to like you for it. So, thank you for watching, guys. I think I'm going to end this here. So, in the next episode, because I'm going to mine this emerald before I leave. So, in the next episode, I'll go into space and I'm going to go back to my starting planet because it's a little bit more rich with life. And I still got 2 things to find. So, let's see if we can find them in the next episode. That's our whole objective for the next episode. But for now. Thank you for watching. I hope this was a nice little introduction into No Man's Sky. If you haven't seen it before, if you don't really know what it's about, I think in the next video I will give like my definitive review. Now this is like my second day of coming back on it. I've had a bit of time to think about it. So thank you very much, guys, and I will see you again very soon. I might bulk upload like 3 of these just to get caught up with everyone else, and then after that it might just be like 1 a day or something like that. So, but if you do want to keep an eye out for it, then please feel free to subscribe. And if you like this video, please do leave a like. I know this world looks real barren. Next episode we'll go somewhere a little prettier, somewhere that might sort of bring your faith back in the game a little bit. Again, this game's expensive, and it probably isn't worth the £40 or the $60 or whatever it is. In your country, that price, it probably should have been half or 2/3 of that, but I'm enjoying it, and I've had a good 14 hours out of it so far, which is more than I got out of the last Halo game that I played, which is Halo 3, and I've quit after that. So thank you very much, guys. I will see you soon.